cannot exist without it, no matter what. Can avoid it, can postpone it, just can put any spin on it. It is vital, an integral part of our existence. It is called information. Good afternoon, and thank you so very much that you join us for King's Local Daily. We run through the newspapers, major and sub-lead stories. Today is Wednesday, the 4th day of June 2025. I'm Sam Andrews. These are the papers on King's Local Daily. The Authoritative Heritage, Women Voices, Verity News, Pro-Government, Pro-Unity Party newspaper, Hot Pepper, The Oracle News Daily, reporting the truth to you, In Profile Daily, New Republic, The Inquirer, The Liberian Investigator in Pursuit of Truth and Integrity, and The News, the nation's news since 1989. We begin with the Heritage newspaper. Lead story of the Authoritative Heritage. Boakai declared new era as Liberia wins United Nations Security Council seat after 63 years. Other stories, the front page, government vows to enforce Supreme Court eviction ruling against CDC. Senate grills Justice Ministry over delayed Capitol building investigation. The back page of the Heritage newspaper. Man 64 found dead in apparent suicide. Community demands justice. Speaker Cone hailed Liberia's election to UN Security Council. Illicit mining racket in the heart of Duogo town exposed, shut down. China's impact in West Africa demands urgent action, says Francis Lasana. This is our new era. The authoritative heritage newspaper, like others, is out today for 40 Liberian dollars. You should get accustomed to the price of these papers now, except for few, but majority of them are fixed 40 Liberian dollars. You want to get a copy from any one of the vendors? Next up on King's Local Daily, your radio vendor, Women Voices. Front page of the Women Voices newspaper. This is a moment of honor. President Boakai describes Liberia's UN Security Council win. It carries some of Liberia's stakeholders. The president himself, Joseph Yoman Boakai, who took to the dance floor. The doyen of Liberian politics, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. The foreign minister who pulled out crocodile tears when she did absolutely nothing. Louis Brown, Liberia's ambassador to the United Nations. Former Vice President Joa Howard Taylor. And Lema Gori, who will only write perm from Monday to Friday. The sub-lead story, those individuals are not ghosts. Deputy Minister Kra clarifies MOS supplementary payroll claims. Those individuals are not ghosts. Deputy Minister Kra clarifies MOS supplementary payroll claims. If they are not ghosts, then let them appear physically. Yesterday, it was wrong. They said the past government suffocated, sucked the payroll supplementarily. Now it is their time. They are doing the same thing, and they say it is not good. Hey. The back page of the Women Voices newspaper, NPA seals major partnership deal with Make Group Korea to develop shipbuilding hub. Ex-VP Taylor urges alignment to global leadership with domestic conduct as Liberia secures UN Security Council seat. She's Joa Howard Taylor. Mass suspension at MCC amid corruption scandal. Mass corruption, mass stealing allegedly at MCC, Moravia City Corporation, where the owner of a private printing press, John Siafa, appointed by Joseph Yoman Boakai, is the head. China congratulates Liberia on becoming newest United Nations Security Council member. The Women Voices newspaper is out for 40 Liberian dollars. You want to get a copy from any one of the vendors so that you get the details of the stories. Next up, Unity Party, pro-Unity Party newspaper, pro-government newspaper called Verite. Like the other papers, they are reporting what unfolded at the United Nations headquarters in New York. This is the lead story of the pro-Unity Party, pro-government newspaper, pro-Boakai newspaper, back in the room Liberia makes historic return after 64 years. The photographs of President Joseph Yeman Boakai, who recognized dead bodies for making Liberia to win the UN Security Council's non-permanent seat. What a pity, pathetic. Liberia's ambassador to the United Nations, Louise Brown, and the woman who pretended like she was crying when she did nothing, absolutely nothing. Sarah Beslow Yanti, Foreign Affairs Minister, just ran around from country to country, got more money in their purse. Liberian women. Okay, that's it. Like my man Moses Carter used to say, we'll leave it right there. The sub-lead story of Verity. Doug Cooper finally resigns as calls to crack down on academic fraud intensifies. That's Commerce Inspector General. He stepped down after he lied that he graduated formally from the University of Liberia, and it was discovered it was a satanic lie. The back page of Verity. Koji, CDC Koji Grace slams UP over United Nations Security Council seat. The two of them are on the back page of the Verity newspaper. Plain International donates vehicles to MOHAs. The Ministry of Health. Verity News is out today for $40 Liberian. You want to get a copy, please do, from any one of the vendors. Almost all of the papers, 80 to 85% of the papers on the newsstand this morning, what unfolded at the United Nations Security Council or the United Nations headquarters. It is the lead story of the Hot Pepper newspaper. Milestone victory. Liberia wins non-permanent United Nations Security Council seat with 181 votes. This is what the paper is reporting, but that is not what Unity Party portrayed yesterday. They portrayed it as Unity Party win, not the government, not Liberia. What a pity, disgraceful, shameful. And the man who took to the dance floor after recognizing dead bodies as those who contributed to Liberia's ascendancy. Joseph Yeman Boakai on the front page. The back page of the Hot Pepper newspaper. Liberia Diplomatic Club launches nationwide youth summit 2025 shortly. Liberia's wealth undermined by fragmented governance. Ocean lawyer asserts Liberia's wealth undermined by fragmented governance. Asian lawyer asserts. Speaker Kun congratulates Liberia on historic United Nations Security Council victory, commends Foreign Ministry. The Hot Pepper newspaper is out today for how many dollars? 40. 40 with this lead story. Milestone victory. Get a copy from any one of the vendors so that you get the understanding of the stories the paper is reporting. Information is vital, is free, is integral part of our existence. You don't pay for it, but you need it, because without it, you are tossed to and fro. You live in the world of denial, and you are used, abused, exploited, and you will regret it. With informed mind, you are in a good position, and society credit you. where do we go next? On King's Local Daily, transmitting from Front and Randa Streets, intersection adjacent the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation. Oracle News Daily, reporting the truth to you. Lead story. Back at the top, Liberia ascension to UN Security Council opens new era for global engagement. That's the lead story of the Oracle News Daily. Back at the top, Liberia ascension to UN Security Council opens new era for global engagement. And the paper chose to use this iconic photo from the inauguration of President Joseph Yuma Boakai. This Trinitarian photo, but one unholy. Former President George Weah, former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, and the man, the president who chose to recognize dead bodies, dead presidents, far from what, even before he was born, as people who contributed to Liberia getting the UN Security Council seat. The back page of the Oracle News Daily, Firestone says it would not buy rubber from over 60,000 farmers. Firestone says it would not buy rubber from over 60,000 farmers. Disputed mineral rich site into the place under state control. The Oracle News Daily, reporting the truth to you, is out for 40, I say 40, only, no more, no less, Liberian dollars. If you haven't gotten a copy, well, you need to just reach out to any one of the vendors by whatever the means. If you are unable to spare your location or your work, then your radio vendor, Kings 88.5, brought it to you. That's why you keep us on in your office, in the car, at your business center, wherever, 24/7. The In-Profile Daily is next. Liberia makes big history with flying colors at UN. The lead story of In-Profile Daily newspaper. The photographs of President Joseph Yuma Boakai, First Lady Katumu Boakai, the foreign minister who pulled down crocodile tears, and the vice president who was forcing himself to dance, anti-social. And the doyen of Liberian politics, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Other stories, the front page, June 10 set for CDC eviction. Doug Cooper finally resigns over fake academic credentials. Unity Party diehard supporter lie on his academic credential that he graduated from the University of Liberia, which were prosecution and sentencing or jailing. The back page of the In-Profile Daily newspaper. Raining season to affect over 60,000 Liberians. NDMA Executive Director. Rainy season to affect over 60,000 Liberians. NDMA Executive Director will make clear. MCC launches anti-corruption drive. Mpox vaccination launched. Make it rare transport provides unemployed Liberians livelihood. The In-Profile Daily newspaper is sold for 40, like the other papers, 40, only 40 Liberian dollars. Get a copy from any one of the vendors, please. It's coming up to 24 minutes after 12 o'clock. 12:30. We out. The New Republic newspaper. Lead story. Liberia returns to global stage. Wins UN Security Council seat after 62 years. The president and his foreign minister, Sarah Besloyanti, on the front page. Enjoy themselves with the lobbying money. While the stage was already set, the envelope was sealed. It was set for Joan Terre. They did absolutely nothing extraordinary. Liberia Permanent Mission UK pays its full due. The back page of the New Republic. Protesters storm NDMA offices for second day. Demand ALCOP chairman resignation. Flooding to affect over 60,000. NMDA alerts public ahead of rain season. We already in rain season. MCC cracks down on fraud at City Hall. Takes bold action to dismantle syndicate. They said. PUL Secretariat ready to work, but PUL is the press union of Liberia. Did I tell you how many dollars the New Republic newspaper is going for? 50. 50. Oh yes, 50. Not bad, reasonable. Next up is one of the doyen newspapers on the newsstand, The Inquirer. Reputable paper, credible, reliable. They've been around forever, rack of ages, withstanding the test of time. Never left the newsstand, no matter how the condition. No reason that is the reason you ought to do business with them, I recommend. This is the lead story. Liberia returns on UN Security Council. The sub-lead story, building on existing Liberia-China bilateral relations. JFK gets first heart disease specialized ward. The back page of the Doyen Inquirer. We are starting from scratch. Twer speaks about mysterious deaths from Weah's regime. Here's the back lead story. We are starting from scratch. Twer speaks about mysterious deaths from Weah's regime. That's the Minister of Justice, Oswald Twer, saying what the CDC government did, that investigation made no sense. They are starting their own investigation. They will go into every nook and corner of it so that they can prosecute and jail CDC officials. MCC uncovers fraud at City Hall, suspends over 10 employees. The Doyen Inquirer newspaper is out today for 40 Liberian dollars. 40. Reach out to any one of the vendors and get a copy, please. So we take the last two, not the least, but very important papers also, and then we are out. The Liberian investigator in pursuit of truth and integrity. A moment of honor and humility. Liberia reclaims global spotlight with UN Security Council seat. Boakai hails a new chapter. And the Saints, when they open their theater to watch the vote, and then the former, not former, but the current foreign minister who cried or pretended to cry like Amara Conan. Cry for what? The back page of the Liberian Investigator is all sports. Taking pride in third place. Liberia women's national team returns to rousing welcome. Liberia rejoins international table tennis after 13 years. The Liberian Investigative newspaper is out today for 50 Liberian dollars. You want to get a copy, you ought to, so that you get the details of all the stories from any one of the vendors. The last but not the least, the news, the nation's news since 1989. This is the lead story of the newspaper. National victory. Liberia wins UN Security Council seat. It carries the photographs of President Joseph Yuma Boakai, former presidents Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and George Manning Weah. The footnote story: over 60,000 people risk flood impact. Disaster Management Agency reports. The back page: 2,484 work permits issued in 2024. Labor Minister Cooper Crow tells Senator. Senate confirms LIS Commissioner General. Central his Liberia's FITI membership. Walking the sleeping dogs. Government to reopen high-profile cases from past regime. Jury sequestered. Yes. Lawmaker submits National Sports Fund Act. And the senator, it comes from the Senator Jonathan Bochai Sobe. The news, the nation's news since 1989, like the other papers, it's just 40 Liberian dollars. So you want to get a copy if you haven't yet from any one of the vendors. If you are unable to access any one of the vendors, well, then you need that border again, because your radio vendor, Kings 88.5, has done it by bringing it to you. We work for you. So that's all the time we've got for Kings Local Daily on Kings 88.5. Thank you ever so much for being with us. We are back tomorrow. But before then, the news is on at 1 Kings Newsroom. You want to join us for that. And then at 3, Real Talk. I'm Sam Andrews.